So we're here at Ascot, the home to the Royal Ascot, and we're here with George Vaughan, who's head of technology. George, obviously prior to this, you had a long and illustrious career at the RFU at Twickenham. What are your objectives now that you're here at Ascot moving forward?
Well, I think the first thing that became apparent to me very quickly was that the unique selling point of Ascot is tradition. So I have to marry that up, balance it with what I'd look to do from a technology perspective. I am aware that there's a number of things, a number of challenges that we need to address. But coming in this close to Royal Ascot, I think my key objective will be to observe, learn, and then implement straight after that.
And obviously the last sort of major redevelopment work here was when the racecourse was closed in 2004 and then reopened by Her Majesty in 2006. So obviously that's 12 years ago now, but I know you were telling us that Ascot now has its own app. And are there any other sort of maybe key technology innovations or developments that you're hoping to put into place?
Well, there's a huge number of opportunities here. Obviously, we're looking at refurbing the IPTV system. We're also going through a program of refurbishment for the boxes, which will see us introduce a few technology initiatives within those, including wireless charging, Bluetooth beacons. Then I'm looking to see how we engage with our fan base. One of the key things about Ascot, it's not just about the racing, it's the social aspect. And you have people that come here to engage with each other. So I'm looking to see how we can implement technology to actually make best use of that for us and for them.
And then obviously just recently you were out in Japan giving some expert guidance to the Tokyo 2020 and the Rugby World Cup 2019 organisers. Obviously you were at the RFU in Twickenham for the Rugby World Cup in 2015. So what kinds of sort of expert advice were they looking for?
I think there were some key considerations from Japan. I approached my visit with a certain expectation around how they adopted technology. And that kind of changed very quickly because the adoption there is not what you'd expect it to be. Having said that, there's also a challenge within that sector because the hospitality and travel and tourism in general is not seen as a credible industry for employment. So their challenges aren't just around technology, they're also around how they get the right staff in the right place. But certainly, as Twickenham hosted a very successful Rugby World Cup, and we learned a lot from that, I was able to pass some of those learnings on. But before they can really take those on board, I believe they will need to look at that staffing base, because that is a big consideration, alongside implementation of certain technologies.
And finally, George, obviously you're going to be one of the expert speakers imparting your wisdom at Europe's first premium seat event, the ALSD International, coming to London this October. So perhaps you could give us a sneak peek as to what you're going to be talking about at the event.
Okay, so a lot will depend on the outcomes from my observations of Royal Ascot. But I believe that we'll be able to talk a little bit about how we're going to develop the app here at Ascot. We'll also look at how our deployment of wireless charging goes through. I'm doing some work with the University of Surrey to look at a potential pilot of a 5G project here at Royal Ascot. And then there's the IPTV refresh, as well as the opportunity to look at digital ticketing. So there's a number of different facets that we can look at. I think for me, I need to learn from my experience of Royal Ascot, see where we can improve, see where we can enhance. So hopefully I'll be able to give some of those learnings to you in the form of what my initiatives will be going forward.
Perfect. Well, we shall look forward to hearing all the developments come October. And thank you so much for your time, George.
Thank you.